So many people are confused about whether carbohydrates are good or bad for you, especially with all the low-carb diets that have cropped up over the past few decades. So what is the real truth?
And I'm going to break through all the trends and hoopla and get to the bottom of this carb controversy right now. Hi, I'm Kenny Loy. I'm a certified nutritionist. I've been helping people with their health since 1999. This is my wife, Joanne. She's a certified raw vegan chef.
So Kenny, what is all this hype about carbs?
Carbohydrates are the starches, fibers, and sugars found in fruits, vegetables, grains, and legumes. They've gotten a bad reputation because of the refined junk food carbohydrates that people most often eat. Low-carb diets even restrict the complex carbohydrates. Let's take a quick look at the difference. Carbohydrates are one of the three macronutrients we can only get from food. Proteins and fats are the other two. See my video on protein in the description below. Most people consume between 50 and 80% of their daily calories in carbs. Raw vegans and fruitarians usually end up on the highest end of that scale, while diabetics end up on the lowest end of the scale, depending on their doctor's advice. Carbs are important because they give fuel to the central nervous system and brain, while giving energy to muscle performance and metabolism. They can give us quick energy and can influence our mood and memory. There's just no getting around it. We all need carbs.
So that's why vegans can be bodybuilders and have the stamina and energy they have. So limiting the good carbs actually depletes our body of energy and stamina, and nobody wants to be low on that. So Kenny, explain to us the difference between simple and complex carbs.
Simple carbohydrates just have one or two sugars in their chemical structure, which are called monosaccharides and disaccharides. They are most often found in candies, soft drinks, and syrups, which are considered junk food and empty calories. Complex carbohydrates have three or more sugars, which are called polysaccharides. Most people call them starches, which are mostly found in whole grains, legumes, root vegetables, but also in fruits and vegetables. Simple carbs may give you quick energy, but they often cause a blood sugar spike because they are digested and absorbed very quickly. Complex carbs also give you quick energy, but due to their high fiber content, they digest more slowly and give you a more even source of energy. Be sure to stick around to the end to find out the optimal carb intake.
So that explains why if I eat a cookie made with white flour and white sugar, I may feel satisfied for the moment, it may taste really good, but very quickly I start feeling sluggish and get that yucky, uneasy feeling. But if I eat a cookie made with unprocessed sugar and maybe a nut flour, I feel full and satisfied and no icky feeling. Okay, so Kenny, what about fruit?
Fruit is a complex carb, but some people say to avoid it due to its high sugar content. However, when you eat fruit with all its fiber intact, it slows down absorption and gives you a more steady source of energy, preventing those unpleasant sugar highs and crashes that often come with junk food. Also, if you eat lots of it together as a full meal, you will feel more satisfied and less likely to get hungry so quickly. Due to fruit's high water content, it doesn't stay in the stomach very long, so it's best to eat it alone or before everything else. Otherwise, it will sit on top of foods that take longer to digest and begin to ferment. That's why a lot of people complain about digestion issues with fruit. So if you want fruit for dessert, eat your dessert first.
Yes, I found this to be very true. I'm what you might call a fruitaholic. I love fruit. I eat fruit as snacks, I eat it throughout the day. I even eat it for meals sometimes, and I feel full, satisfied, and I don't have that sugar rush and crash. And this is very important to me because of my extreme sensitivity to sugar due to my bariatric surgery. We'll go over that in another video. If you're getting value from this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. It'd really help us a lot.
Now, when carbs are digested, the small intestine absorbs the glucose or fructose, where it enters the bloodstream and is taken to the liver. Whatever form of sugar enters the liver is converted to glucose, which it sends through the bloodstream with insulin so that the body can use it for energy. Whatever is not needed is stored in the liver and skeletal muscles as glycogen. Once those glycogen stores are full, only then are carbs stored as fat. This process alone burns about 10% of the original calories consumed.
So that's why people who cut carbs or limit carbs drastically lose weight, but they feel really run down and sluggish. It's all about balance, really. Dieting is okay for a quick fix, but it's really a lifestyle change. If you go on a low-carb diet, you will lose weight, but you cannot maintain that lifestyle without doing serious damage to your body. Your body needs all the components to function properly. We need to give our body what it needs, not what we think it wants. So Kenny, what happens if you don't get enough carbs?
If you don't consume enough carbs or run out of stores, your body has to go to its next preferred source for energy. That is when the body uses fat for energy after it's broken down into fatty acids. We'll talk more about fats in another video. After fat, it begins to use protein as fuel. Protein is needed for maintaining healthy cells and tissues, especially muscle, not producing energy. Your digestive system breaks down protein into amino acids, which your cells and tissues use to make new cellular proteins. If we use protein for fuel instead of carbs, it puts stress on the kidneys as well.
So you mentioned fiber before. Besides helping us feel full, what else does it help?
When we eat whole food carbs, they will also contain fiber. Although it is recommended to have 30 grams of fiber per day, our ancestors ate 3 times that much. Fiber helps greatly with our digestive system by moving things along, but even more importantly, it helps our gut microbiome. We can't digest fiber, but those little critters down there can. And they love it. It's the best way to balance our gut microbiome. Feed those little guys. If you take care of them, they'll take care of you, because they make up 80% of our immune system.
What's your favorite high fiber carb? Let us know in the comments below.
So then there's no doubt that whole food carbohydrates are good for us, but don't let their processed junk food counterparts turn you away from eating them. Those good carbs are so often misunderstood. They not only contain fiber and energy, but so many other nutrients that our body must have. Those bad carbs are usually much higher in empty calories, refined sugar, refined flour, sodium, and unhealthy fats. Avoid these at all costs. Stick with the whole food versions where the grains and sugars are not refined. Look in the description below to download our free 5-day meal plan to get you started on the right carbs. Also, the good carbs can help us lose weight or maintain a healthy weight. The high fiber content, as we mentioned earlier, can help us feel full and can prevent us from overeating. Anyone can lose weight on a low-carb diet and maybe even faster over the short term. But long term, they are about the same effectiveness on weight loss. However, health-wise, it has been proven countless times that a plant-based whole food diet is the best for improving health and preventing disease.
So what's the best percentage of carbs that we should eat?
Well, let's take a look at the blue zones of the world. A blue zone is a geographic region where some of the world's oldest, healthiest people live, including those over 100 years old. The 5 regions Dan Buettner discovered are Icaria, Greece, Okinawa, Japan, the province of Ogliastra in Sardinia, Italy, the community of Seventh-day Adventists in Loma Linda, California, and Costa Rica's Nicoya Peninsula. One of the primary lifestyles they all have in common is eating a 95% plant-based diet that starts at 70% carbohydrates. I recommend starting with that number and seeing how you feel. Adjust until your body feels balanced. As you may remember from my protein video, 10% is about all we need. So that leaves 10 to 20% for fat intake, depending on what level of carbohydrates feels best within your body. We'll talk about fats in another video, but before you go, please check out these videos around us. And before you leave this video, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and ring the bell so that you don't miss any future videos. We upload healthy tips and recipes every week to get you to your best health yet.
So go ahead and enjoy those good carbs. Thanks for watching.